Man, your show's gonna be awesome, bro. Show's gonna be awesome.
Okay, Tanatapi. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is your boy Little Dog here, and I am back. Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me. I took a little bit of a break for a bit, and now I'm back. I feel a lot refreshed, and just take some time getting back in the swing. I appreciate everybody who has stuck with me and through these times, and I really appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are all awesome and you rock. So just jumping back in, we have a great show. I'm going to switch it for a little bit to a one guest format for a bit. And I have a lot of updates that are coming. For instance, I'm working on getting TikTok live going, Instagram going as well too, because my Instagram does do it, and this does connect to Instagram. However, there have been a lot of updates that have happened since I've been gone. And so, just getting back in the swing of things. I think my last interview was with Mike, Mike, and Mandy Red, who has been performing, and they actually have another show coming up. She has another show coming up, as well as, I had Chris Detroit on before, and a couple of different musical guests that I have been looking to do some on-the-spot interviews with, such as Adrian Garza. Going to be having him come in and do some stuff as he's a local to DFW. And so for those of you who are a little bit new to us, this show is more dedicated towards introducing you guys to different actors and media people who are around you, as well as some of the behind the scenes people. So you may see, a couple of directors, a couple of, local directors, some actors, some, PAs, people behind the scenes. I have some SFX people lined up, as well as some writers coming up. And so it's been great. Now, as far as me personally, I've been doing a lot of adjustments here in my life and realigning myself. My energy was off for a little bit, and now I feel a lot better and back in the game. So I'm doing this actually on a laptop that was from the Adopt You program with the AT&T Native Study. So also it was over at the Texas Native Health. So appreciate you guys, and thanks it's been helping out. There have been a lot of projects that I've been trying to do and get out and edit. However, my old laptop wasn't going to cut it. It was actually a little bit difficult to do a lot of things because of the memory was so low. So this is a big upgrade. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll be writing my review actually pretty soon. So if you notice that this is actually done from that, as well as here's my phone, which was my original camera. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, upgrading. And so I'm very happy to be back and getting things going. Not only that, it has a bigger memory. So there's been a documentary that I've been trying to make. And unfortunately, with my last one, I couldn't do it because of the memory size. However, with this one, so much better, big night and day difference. And so I'm glad to be back in online. So let me know, guys, because my old time was Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, and this one is Thursday at 8 p.m. Let me know in the comments where you guys think is a better time slot. I'm already seeing a little bit better as far as view engagement. And once I get the TikTok live going, it's going to be so much better. So I appreciate all of you guys. I also appreciate all of my sponsors for, sticking around, believing me, such as Water Pure Texas. You guys need clean water. This is where you go. So here's the thing is about, the Texas here, the water here in Texas. There's a lot of stuff that's inside of it. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of, it's called forever chemicals. The PFAs have been tested here in Texas. And if you're drinking tap water, yeah, you might not want to do that, as there's been a lot of stuff that's been linked to it, as well as, a lot of people getting sick. I've seen that in the news as well. I'm not sure if any of you guys have. I don't know what the link is. However, I do know that clean water is important, as well as it's important to shower in. There's a lot of PFAs. There's a lot of radioactive materials. Water Pure uses all natural materials in order to filter your whole home. So not only are you going to be drinking clean water, you're also going to be showering in clean water. And so my parents actually have this filter on their own home. That's how much I believe in this product. They've also started a new line to where they are actually doing the in-home faucets now, or apartments. So unfortunately, in apartments, you can't do the whole thing unless you own your townhome or condo. Then we can look into that. However, in the meantime, you're looking at more of an under sink filter. At least your cooking and your cleaning water is going to be clean. All right. But it uses some excellent medias, all natural. It doesn't use any of the stuff that, like any salt. You don't want to use salt because salt will wear out your appliances. All right. Big thanks to my construction company, Mateo Cohen Construction, Little Dog Roofing and Construction. Been in business for a while now. Still doing roofs, still doing construction, been doing a whole lot of things. But more recently, some of the things that I've been doing is I started working for Sunrun, and I really enjoy it, to be honest. It's been helping out. I'm not selling anything. All I'm doing is looking for houses that qualify, because if one thing here in Texas that we know is that, you know, there's blackouts. There's blackouts all the time. There's rolling blackouts during the storms. There's some areas that completely black out for hours, 50 minutes, as well as during 2021. There was massive blackouts throughout the state and a lot of pipes froze. And so some of the solutions that have come through is actually to do batteries on the side of the house, to store the power locally in the neighborhoods. And so, if your house qualifies for the program, cool. I can help you guys out, especially, but your house has to qualify. So if you guys are interested in figuring out more or getting more information about that, go ahead and hit me up. I can come out and do that as well. If it doesn't qualify, unfortunately, there's not really anything I can do. I'm not there to sell you anything. I'm just to see if you qualify, as well as anybody else from Sunrun. So if you see us over there, we're just trying to help out. We're trying to give you guys the updates to the grid that are happening. So let us talk to you, see if you guys qualify. The third one that I like to thank is Enchiladas Olay. I do not have the clip on here anymore. But thank you, Enchiladas Olay, for always supporting me, supporting my career, and always being there. Especially a big thanks to Mary Perez. Or not Mary Perez, sorry. It's Mary Patino. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, y'all. I've been working all day. My brain is a little hot, but it's been a great day as well. So I really appreciate all the support that I'm seeing now. There was some big news as far as for all of you who remember about the School Board of Education and the there we go. Texas voted to renew the American Indian Native Studies. Now, this is now an innovative course, which means that they still do not get credit for it. It's more of a class that they would be taking as an elective. So the next step is that it's been renewed for the next 5 years. The next step is for it to be integrated. And what that means is that whenever students take it, it's going to be more like a social studies class. So that way, because we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere. There have been major advancements in science due to indigenous studies. In fact, recently there was a high school student on a reservation, and I'll have to look for the article and post it on the page, as well as put it up whenever I do my next show. But it's been the cure to cancer. She's found it, and she found the links, and she's able to do it, and that's an advancement right there. And she's indigenous. Politics. There's been a lot of political advancements as well too for us. Recently Leonard Petier was released, but not only that, in politics, democracy is an indigenous concept. Most people don't know that democracy came from the indigenous and the tribes the way that they were, and so oh, Kiki, how's it going, buddy? Gonna have to have you back on the show soon too, bud. And so, but anyway, so we're looking to get that passed from where it's at currently into actually being a full course. And so thank you to the supports from the Comanche tribes. Here's a lot of people that supported it. June 25th, that's what, some of the renewals. I'm just showing some of the slides from what's been up and going, okay? Just because, again, it's been a little while since I've been here. And I really appreciate every one of you guys. I had to get my energy back and back to where it was for a little while there. I don't know if you guys could see it, but whenever you're watching me, it looked like I was a bit drained. It looks like I was dragging. I felt like I was dragging, and it didn't seem right. I love doing the podcast. I love acting, but for a while there, it felt like I was just, not myself. And so I had to take some time, realign myself, come back to my center, and come back to you guys refreshed, which I have. And I feel a lot better now. And so, I've had a lot of support, a lot of family, a lot of people who are outside of that's been also supporting me. I may be covering a red carpet event here coming up in Fort Worth. And that would be, a big thanks to Ronnie Hummel, who has actually been a big supporter of the show, big supporter of my career as well. So big thank you to Ronnie Hummel. For those of you who do not follow her, go to Ronnie Hummel Productions. And let me go ahead and put that in the comments, and I will bring that on screen. For those who are looking to get into acting, oh, thank you. Nina said, I think we all go through this, especially when you are working hard for our community. I really appreciate you, Nina, and I appreciate you. I enjoy seeing you at all the events, and our little guys, they love hanging out with each other. And so I know Jesse's been wanting to hang out a little bit, so we're gonna have to get together sometime and let them play around. But Ronnie Hummel Productions, you can find her on Facebook. There we go. And if you're interested in acting, she does a lot of castings for a lot of different projects. And give her a follow, subscribe to her page. Make sure you keep up with it because she'll put them on there. But the page that she's been pushing a lot, that's actually been a pretty new one, is actorbay.io. You can also go over here and make a free account, put up castings, and people will be able to give you kudos. You can also do, I think it's live. I haven't quite checked it out in a little bit, but I believe that it's live now, to where you can actually go on there and you can create your free profile, do some monologues, and people can rate you. And then later on, you can do it again just to see how you have advanced. And so, go over there, check it out. I know Ronnie puts a lot of casting on there, some casting jobs on there, as well as a few other jobs have been on there as well too. So definitely check it out. It's definitely worth it. If you're new to acting, it's also a free site. And Nina, that sounds like a great job. I appreciate you. I just want to make sure that you had to acknowledge I saw your comment. The other one for new actors, and this is big, especially here in Texas. Now, they're not only here in Texas. Oh, you have a good night too, Nina. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for tuning in. And so this one is mycastingfile.com. Oh, that says my catting file. Don't go to my catting file. That won't work out for you. Okay, so mycastingfile.com. Now, this is actually free to make an account on. This is another one you can put your account on as well. It's completely free to create, and it's got several casting companies on there too. Like Legacy Casting is one of the biggest casting companies here in Texas and across the United States. They do a lot of background stuff, and they've actually been responsible for a majority of my jobs that I've received. And so there are some great people. Andre, Stephanie, I think Jeremy's still back over there. They've added more. I believe Amber's there as well. They have some great agents that work there for the company, and they do amazing jobs. They're great to talk to, especially Andre. Andre's awesome. So they're there. On the Hunt Casting also does stuff there too. Another person to follow on the Hunt Casting is great, as well as several other casting companies. I mean, there's Cabello out, which is out in Louisiana, pretty close, but not close-ish. However, they do castings all over the place. I've seen castings for Mississippi, Alabama, some for Montana. They're across the country. So check that out. It's definitely free. If you're looking to get into acting, check it out. So we have an amazing guest today, a very good friend of mine, and his name is, his name is Robert Rios. And hang, I might have to jump off of this mic for a little bit as the battery on this laptop's kind of going down a little bit. I've been using it for work a lot, so I've been using the battery a lot. Unfortunately, I can't plug this and the power cord in at the same time just yet, but working on it. Upgrades. And so, but anyways, Robert, I met him on the cast whenever we went for a fitting for 1923 for season 2. So if you haven't checked it out, go to 1923. You may see me in there somewhere. You're gonna have to find it. It's gonna be like, where's Little Dog instead of where's Waldo. But anyways, I met him while we were waiting for the fitting, and really cool guy, really awesome guy. It turned out that he was actually a musician. He's a songwriter. He's been on here before as a guest speaker a few weeks back. Whenever we had another major actor who passed away, it was a good friend of his down in Austin. He may bring it up, I'm not sure, but we'll definitely see. We're gonna get a little bit of his background, and of course, the comment section is for all of you guys to chime in. If you have any questions, anything that you guys want to ask, anything that you want to know, please don't hesitate to use the comments. I will bring it on screen as you've seen already, and I will, make sure that you get your questions asked, because that's what it is. This is an interactive show, so you guys are not audience only, you're audience as well as questioners as well. So get to know them. They love to get to known by people. The more, the more that people watch and the more people interact, of course, it shows a lot of love for our guests. And I really appreciate everybody who chimes in, and you guys are all great. I have them come up in about 3 minutes. So, and like I said, tonight, instead of 2 guests, I'm doing one. I'm going to be doing 1 guest format for a little while now. This is just for those who just chimed in, as well as, reiterate a couple of the updates, for those who missed it in the beginning, which is I will be actually working on TikTok Live. One big advancement coming up. I'm going to be going live on Instagram as well. And because I do a lot of advertising on there, however, not really any live streams. I do advertising on TikTok as well. However, I have not really put any live streams on there either. Working on doing that. So that's going to be some pretty cool stuff. I'm pretty excited about all these changes coming. And so I also have great news. I've been booked for 2 more jobs actually next week, and really good gigs, another Paramount show as well as a brand. So I'm excited about it. And again, that is through mycastingfile.com is how I got those. And so sign up. Again, it's free to apply to these. Okay. Now, let me see if Robert will turn on his camera. I will be more than happy to bring him up and introduce you to guys. Let's see if Robert can hear us. Can you hear me, Robert? You need to turn your camera on, buddy. I'm going to add him to the stage, everybody. Without further ado, Mr. Robert Rios. Oh. Hey, Robert. It's like Jeopardy. Do, 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 do. Robert, you might want to check your internet signal, bud. All right, we're going to wait for him to jump back in. Let me see. This is so cool being able to do this right here, because that means that I don't have to put my phone on mute, so that way people can actually reach out and message me and let me know if they're having issues. Let's see if I can add him to the stage again. Robert? Well, let's go back into this. So, there are a couple of things that are coming up. What else is coming up? I've been actually added to do some stuff for Bold and Beautiful Productions. Thanks to those guys, as I have a few projects coming up. Coming for Mine, you can look for me on there as well. That is going to be a pretty cool one. Production coming up, as well as she has an event coming up. What was it called? You know what? I'm gonna have to look it up. But whenever I find it, I'll let you guys know, and I will actually make a post on it as well. So, Coming for Mine is going to be a Western, and I play a chief on there. So you're going to have to tune in and figure out what it is and where it is. And I'll be having Tika, who is in charge of that. I believe she's the director at the moment. She's definitely the writer and the creative mind behind it. I'll be having her come in as well, and I would love for her to explore a little bit more about that. Talk to you guys a little bit more about her career and how she got started. As well as I have another project coming up with Calvin Weaver, and I'm pretty excited about that one. That one's pretty cool. Calvin's a writer, and he created this book that you can find on Amazon, and you can find the audiobook on Amazon as well. It's called Cobra Assassin, or Cobra Diaries of an Assassin. It's a pretty cool read, very good storyline, and we're gonna be working on the trailer for that soon. So pretty excited. So keep an eye out for that as well. I may have him on just to have him on before we do that. So let me see what is going on with Robert. Oh, here we go.
What's up,
hey, Robert? What's happening, brother?
How's it going?
Sorry, let me turn down my volume real quick. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, still getting the echo?
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, little brother.
How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing great, man. How's it been?
It's going pretty good. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the audio, as I'm getting a lot of feedback.
There we go. Well,
you know what? We're gonna push through it. It's gonna be okay. Robert, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to some of our followers here?
yeah, my name is Bobby Rios. I'm a musician / do some acting on the side. I did a show with Little Dog in 1923. Season 2, episode 1, right? Little Dog, it was?
I apologize. I was getting a lot of feedback.
I think we're still getting it right.
Yeah. Thank you, Doobie B, for tuning in. He's watching us today as well. So, Robert. Robert, there you go.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
There you are. How's it going, man? Hey, thank you for joining us. Now, you've been in the media for a while now, haven't you?
I've been doing it for a long time. Music. I've been playing music since I was a kid. I've traveled around the USA, South America, to the US, Canada a few times. But yeah, I do travel a lot. I go back and forth, in between work and everything else.
Hey, brother, I think the feedback is on your side, my friend.
Okay, should I leave and rejoin maybe?
See if you can do something with your mic a little bit. It says that we're somebody said that we're frozen. Are we still frozen at the moment? Let's see. Let me check this out real quick on. Oh, there we go. I can see us. Yeah.
Is that better?
Okay. Now go ahead and talk a little bit.
1, 2. Is that
Hold
better?
on 1 second. All right, now try it.
Test 1, 2.
What's up, Raphael? Jerry Williams, thanks guys for tuning in. Okay, seems to be sounding a little bit better now. Oh, yeah, we lost him. I appreciate you guys for letting us know. Yeah, his experiencing little technical difficulties. We have Robert coming back.
Okay, I figured if I left and came back, it might
Robert?
sound better. How are we on now?
Okay, sounds better.
Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Yeah, you were asking earlier about things I've done or whatever. I've been an artist for many years. My primary instrument was saxophone when I was a kid. I learned saxophone like at the age of 11, and then when I turned like 13, that's when I started playing bass guitar. And ever since then, uh, I started helping out bands, and learning more and different styles of music, jazz. I played jazz music. I played rock music. I played Spanish music, Tejano music. Uh, just doing a lot of work, traveling, helping artists out, developing, uh, just being on the road so many years, my brother. It's been crazy, man. Crazy traveling. And this weekend, I got to go to Saturday. I got to go to Abilene, Texas. And then Sunday, I'm in Shallow Water, Texas, right there by New Mexico. And then Monday, I'll be back home. And then the next weekend, I think we're in Katy, Texas. Katy, Texas. From Katy, Texas, we're taking a flight to Florida. And then from Florida, flying back. I don't know where I'm coming back to, if it's Austin or Houston. But I'll find out like within the next week or whatever. So whatsoever. How you doing, man?
That is awesome.
And I messaged you when I was in Fort Worth, right? When I was in Irving, I was like, dude, I just left there. I was in Irving. I was like, dude, we should have hung out, man. We did a good presentation out there.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'd definitely like to hang out sometime. It could be maybe the speakers are a little high on your end because I'm still getting an echo a bit, But you said that you started off on the saxophone.
Yeah.
Man, that is awesome. How long ago was that?
Dude, when I was in band, I started learning sax like when I was in the 5th grade. So I was like 11 years old, and I played the saxophone all the way from my 11th grade till my senior year of high school.
Did you use it to get a lot of girls?
I serenaded a few times. I can't lie.
Nice, man. Well, I wouldn't I wouldn't doubt that, man. Little Kenny G going on there, right? Instead, it was a little bit of Robert R.
Right? Yeah, man. For sure.
Hey, is there a name of a band that you're a part of, or are you an independent artist?
I help out a lot of bands. One of the bands that I've been with since I was like in my 20s, and they're still around. They've been around, gosh, since like the 80s, the early 80s. And when the bass player retired, like in 90, here I am showing my age, like in 96, that's when I joined the band. They were a big powerhouse back in the day. The name of the band was La Sombra, Sombra, La Sombra. And in Latin, it means the shade.
Nice. That's pretty cool, man. Now, how long? You said that you've been with it for a while. That's awesome. Now,
Yeah,
you also write music too, right?
I've written a few songs. I've helped out a few people with the current band I have. I participated with my one of the singers, and he writes a lot of songs. One song we wrote was "In Heaven There Ain't No Beer," and it was a lot of the songs I write are about drinking.
Mhm.
Another song I wrote, me and my other co-partner, we wrote a song about all jacked up. You know, going going to perform and then drinking a bottle of Jack and getting all jacked up. I mean, we don't do that, of course not. But it's
Of course
you
not.
know, it's part of the story in the music and the song. You
Yeah.
got to write songs about whiskey, getting drunk, beer, your dog, all that other good stuff.
So, it sounds like a lot of country.
It's country Latin is what we do.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. So Latin country. That's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Similar to that.
do y'all do in Spanish and English, or?
Pretty much, yeah. You know, pretty much, yeah. I have another band that I co-founded back in 2008, and that name of the band, it's funny, man, because we started playing like at a Joe's Crab Shack just to hang out. The manager was like, he knew we were musicians. He was a friend of ours, and he was like, just come hang out. I'll give you all free drinks and free food. Just play music for the people. And we were like, okay, cool. So we would go show up and we play a few songs or whatever. We were there out there till like midnight, maybe 1 in the morning, and free drinks. So it was fun, dude. It was an awesome time. We'd do that. And then from that, the band, we did a recording like maybe a few months later, like not even thinking about it. And that song that I told you about, In Heaven There's No Beer, it was a huge hit here in San Antonio, and it went to the different states. It was in the Tejano genre.
Nice. Any Oklahoma gigs? Sorry,
Oakley?
neighbor up north.
Oh yeah, hopefully soon, man. That's what we're working on right now. I have different promoters that I talk to with the other band that I have. Uh, with La Sombra, I don't know if Tony's working on getting gigs in Oklahoma or what have you, but it'd be nice. I've been there before. It's beautiful. I love Oakley.
Nice.
A little bit of Oakley is always good. It's the best, man.
That is awesome. Look at Joe Dominguez, Bobby freaking Rios.
That's my homeboy, the Texans fan right there, boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Appreciate you coming, man.
it's one of my biggest fans, and I love that guy, man. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for being in here, man.
That
Appreciate
is
you.
awesome. Now, I met you during an acting gig, right?
Yeah, we were doing the 1923. That was last year, and it was hot, right, my brother?
Oh yeah, it was really hot. I remember the buses were so hot that we just sat under the tree just to cool down
Dude,
instead of the
right.
AC on the bus.
Yeah, because the ACs were blowing hot air. We went out to the under the trees like natives would do. Go under the trees, soak up the earth. That's what we did, man. It was awesome, dude, being out there.
You remember the all the spiders everywhere? It just didn't bother us. It was just too hot. They were
Yeah,
too
they were
hot to
there.
bother us too.
Yeah, but they were there. Yeah, it was a nice scene, dude. That was a beautiful scene because I watched it a few times, and I've seen where they go up and they do the shooting, and then they come out and they run over the kid. Do you remember when they had the dummy kid out there?
Yeah.
They had a little model, and that was the original one. After the kid was running, and then boom, smashed them down. Of course, they're not going to use a real kid when we're doing acting and stuff like that. But yeah, in another show that I did with you, I don't know if you remember, or I don't know if you know that I did it, was the American Coyote with Marcus Davila.
Yeah.
I did one of the scenes out there with the wrestling. I wasn't a wrestler, but I was in that scene.
Nice. Yeah. We're in the same video, but we weren't shooting on the same day.
Not the same day.
Yeah.
We're in the same movie, but not the same.
I did see that you posted about it, and I was like, "Hey, cool! I'm in that one too."
Yes, and then I saw your post, and I seen the scenes that you did. Those
Posters.
were earlier. Yeah, you did your scenes with DJ Kane, right? One of the singers from
No,
DJ Kane.
JJ Fernandez.
JJ Fernandez. That's
He's
right.
been a guest on here as well too. So
Oh, that's
Jerry said,
cool.
Jerry said back in the day, free beer would play for 1 hour, fight for 30 minutes, and then call it a day.
Go to the bar, get in a bra, and get the heck out.
But anyways, back to it. You said that. But yeah, did you have any scenes with him?
No, I had the scene where the wrestlers were in the arena,
Mm.
and the lowrider scene when the lowriders were out there.
Let's not give too much away because we want people to go out and watch it when it comes out.
Yeah, that's not. But I'm waiting. I know Marcus is going to be working also on Vaqueros de Hawaii.
Yeah.
So be ready, man. Be ready for that one, dude.
I think I was attached to it, but I'm no longer attached to that one.
Yeah, you'll get attached again.
Marcus is a pretty cool guy, huh?
Marcus is awesome, dude. Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, he gets real busy. I know that it's his first big production, and so he's very much into trying to make sure that it looks great and that it's going great on there. And I believe that they're in the editing phase now for the final edit.
Come on, with the name. Yeah, with a name like Lions, you got a lot to live up to, man. And I know he will. He'll produce. He'll do what he's got to do.
Oh yeah, he's doing great. He's gonna go far. So that's and then he's got Sabrina there with him. Sabrina's excellent. She knows what she's doing. She's really good at what she does too.
She's amazing. So Sabrina T.
For sure. And so they're a really good team together. Now, outside of that, how many other acting jobs have you done? Was 1923 your first one?
Yes, that was my first gig.
Nice.
And I got to meet you, and everything was awesome, dude. And the way I met you was I don't even remember, we were eating lunch. It was lunchtime. We were in lunch, and Amy and the kids, your babies, were in ahead of us, and you went behind me, and y'all were talking, and I was like, dude, go with your family. You don't have to. He goes, I don't want to cut. You were like, I don't want to cut line. I'm like, dude, get over there. You're right. You remember that?
Yeah.
And Sebastian Roque was right behind us. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to talk to him. He's an awesome dude, man. Sebastian, man. He's been in so many movies and stuff.
I have a lot more coming up too, man. It's pretty cool. I've been actually writing something that it's going to be more of a native comedy skit.
Okay.
So, I do want you to be a part of that as well. Whenever I get things rolling. Okay?
I will. I promise you.
For sure. Now, I know that your last name's Rios. However, can you give us a little background on, I guess, your lineage a little bit? Because you're also indigenous as well.
Yes. My father wrote a book on my ancestry, starting with my grandma, her mom, her grandma, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if people are listening from Texas and San Antonio, they know of the missions here in Texas, right? Mm-hmm. My family, my ancestors were from the missions. Mm. Here, Capistrano was the name of the mission. And the natives were enslaved by the Spaniards, right? To make the aqueducts and to build the missions or what have you. They would make the aqueduct, and right there where the aqueduct ends to the vegetables, that's where my family, my native family was from, one of the small missions. And a lot of people don't know when the Spaniards when they attacked the Alamo. It's all about the Alamo. They don't talk about the little missions that were attacked prior to that, which led. It wasn't a big bloodshed. It was just they would show up and a few shots and then head to the next mission to where they knew where they were at the Alamo, where everybody was at. But yeah, my ancestors from there. From my mother's side, my grandma was Canary Islander and Apache. It was one of the last few Apache tribes were from Nueces Park, which is in Wilson County in Floresville, Texas. So a lot of people don't know about that history. It's time to start writing some books, right, brother?
Yeah, that is awesome, man.
Natives got enslaved back in the day by the Spaniards, and a lot of people, they weren't aware of that or what have you.
Oh yeah. And so, like, even with me, because I'm Siksika, Piikani, I have a dual enrollment up in Montana, but I also have Apache in my lineage too.
There you go, brother.
on my biological dad's side.
Geronimo, man, all the way.
Nice.
Geronimo.
Yeah, and actually, that's what they draw the lineage back to is as Geronimo as well. So I think we're related, man.
Yes, that's
You
awesome.
only see the Apache in me whenever I try to grow my facial hair. Goes here, here. No, just fine.
Yeah, just patches. Me too, bro. Just patches. We got a patch here, a little patch here, a little patch here, and the legs are bald, right?
I'm trying to learn a little bit more about that side of my lineage too, because I was born in Browning, Montana, and so and then whenever I went back, I lived on the reservation for a little bit during high school, and, and she liked that one too.
Oh,
We got a lot of fellow brethren with us now. And so, but Steve Champion, appreciate you, brother. But I know a lot about the Blackfeet side, or the Siksika side, and the Picanni. The Blackfeet is what the government gave us because a lot of people don't know this, but the way that we got our name was because they were setting fires at the time, right? And so whenever we'd ambush them, we'd run through these fires, and it would get soot all over our moccasins. And so in attack, our moccasins were black from the soot, so they called us Blackfeet.
That's where it came from.
Hey, you never know. And down in Mexico, just about everybody's indigenous lineage from down there as well, unless you're strictly from the Spaniard bloodline.
Exactly.
Other than that, just about everybody's indigenous down there. In fact, actually, most people don't know it, but down in Mexico, there's more people who speak their traditional language than all of the United States and Canadian indigenous people.
Yeah, that's very true.
In fact, they don't even know English or Spanish. They only speak their indigenous language.
Yeah, they're native. The Perus, exactly, too.
Yeah, Perus as well, too. So, that's why whenever they come through and they're like, oh, I'm Mexican, it's like, actually, you're indigenous,
Yeah,
what
they are.
happened was they separated us, right? They taught us country pride rather than, allowing us to continue in our cultures.
Yes.
And so
they took the buffalo away and tried to feed us chicken fried steak. All that.
Kyle red legs and red clay dust after walking back from war.
Yeah, man.
She was just kidding. It wasn't a history lesson.
I'm telling you, brother.
But man, that is pretty awesome. Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, dude. I'm booked all through August. I don't want to mess up the camera or whatever, going through all the gigs, but all this month I'm booked. September, I'm booked. Every weekend I'm gone. I come home a few days and then do what I have to do and then hit the road again on the weekends, come back home, pay bills, do what I got to do, hit the road. But the best thing about all that is like, I could do it a lot. I've been doing it. That's my train of thought at times, when you're not home, when you're not performing, you're like, damn, I should be on the road right now. This is weird. When you're home on the weekends after playing a lot of gigs on the weekends repetitively, you're used to being out there, and your body gets used to it. And then you're home on the weekends and you're like, I shouldn't be here. I should be out there somewhere else, performing whatever state or what have you. But yeah, we got a lot of gigs coming up, a lot of traveling, a little bit of flying
for this weekend.
Yeah, Abilene, shallow water.
Thank you, Diana. So that is awesome, man. If somebody wants to catch up and kind of go out and see one of your shows, they can catch you in Abilene and shallow water this weekend. And Man, you got to hit me up before you come to the DFW next time, okay?
I
Now that
hit you up, yeah, afterwards. I'm sorry, man. We got to grab some Waffle House or something.
oh yeah, and I'll bring my camera and stuff out there, okay?
Yeah, dude, for sure. You better.
Hey, Jerry, he said, I traded Buffalo for a chicken fried steak.
Any day of the week, right?
That's some KFC, you know.
You can actually make buffalo chicken fried steak too, beef fried steak.
Huh?
Nothing wrong with that.
Buffalo fried steak. There you go.
Or make some chicken, like similar chicken fried steak out of some deer, uh, some the spine, what you call it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, some chili meat out of the throat.
So, since you've been in the industry for a very long time, there is something that I want to ask you. You must
Mhm.
have a lot of really fun stories.
Oh gosh,
What is your favorite one?
one of my favorite stories of being on the road. That's like I was talking about the band referring to earlier, La Sombra, the one that's been around for the '80s, the Latin band. Uh, I remember one time we were in Arizona playing at the Paswayaki tribe, uh, in the reservation out there, Paswayaki. And we did a huge presentation. There was a lot of bands. And here I am, all cool. And the singer would always tell me, like, I was new to the band. It's like, well, people don't know you. Just get up there and rock, man. Just get up there and rock. And I would go up there and rock and start dancing and jamming. That was like maybe like my fourth or fifth gig. So I'm there kicking back, jamming or whatever. And then I did some spins, right? I was doing
Yeah.
some spins. Dude, I took out the whole drum set. I fell down. I took out the whole drum set, dude. That was like the most memorable moment being on the road. I mean,
Yeah.
there's other things that I can't talk about, but that one specific, that stands out. I remember that. Gosh, that was like in 97, 1997. Once again, showing my age, but
That is awesome. That's fun. We got a couple of comments to catch up. He wants to try some of the buffalo fried steak. And
yes,
then Joe said November 9th, Tex vs. Jack's birthday weekend.
that's right. Is that in
Where's that one
Houston?
going to be at?
Probably in Houston, Texas, or Katy, right, Joe? I think.
Nice, man. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
dude, I travel a lot, man.
now with everyone, they have, there's a certain, everybody sees the glamour of being in the music or being acting, right? But one thing that I like to highlight too is that, it wasn't an easy road, right? It took a lot of, oh, nice. Are you playing at the game? Sorry. Are you playing somewhere else? I'm gonna have to follow up with you later. But anyways, going back to what we were talking about. Sorry, I got distracted there.
No, you're cool.
So, anyways, everybody sees the glamour, everybody sees the glory that goes on from being, in these bands, or all the fun stuff that you get to do, but no one really sees the struggle that it goes through getting to where you're at and where you are going still. you know Tell us a little bit about how some of that struggle was in the beginning, that the playing and not having to pay your way and all this other stuff, to where in the beginning.
Yeah, it is a struggle, because you have to travel. You have to drive a lot. I'm a driver, and I've been with musicians that aren't drivers. They just want to sleep the whole time. Sleep, sleep, sleep. I'm a driver. I need to get to the gig, that way I can go and do what I got to do. Uh, a lot of the struggles are basically is when they're not hiring you, when they're not hiring you and they're not putting you out there on stage, which that's what you want to do and that's where you want to be. If they're not putting you on the stage, well, then that means you got to record something, right? Something hot, something new. You got to give them something new. You got to be productive uh, when success is not happening. You have to be productive. You got to find a way to reach the people and give them what they want. Whether it's they want to dance to it, they want to yell at it, they want to get rowdy with the music, whatever they want to do, you have to perform and you have to get the people what they want, whether you like it or not. Being on the road for so many years, with that one band, there's times where the songs that I'm like, gosh, I'm so tired of this song. I don't want to play this song anymore. But you have to play it, because if you don't play it, the people are going to get mad. That was one of your biggest hits back then. You don't play it now. But one of the struggles for making it and being successful, I know there's a lot of social media now for your music to be out there and to be exploited. But one of the things that's the hardest things that you still have to do nowadays is you got to get the music on the radio. It's got to be on radio. You still have to do it on radio. I mean, not everybody's going to be a Bad Bunny, and make a recording and do a internet circuit, and then just explode, on radio overnight. It's a lot of work, compromising, uh, putting notes together, and being friendly with each other. You got to have that friendly relationship to build a structure, to escalate what you're trying to drive. It has to be done. That's the most important thing. Uh, you have to combine everything, and then just put it together and see if it's gonna be a hit or not.
Nice. Yeah,
It's
it's
a lot
like
of work.
I saw an interview with Mick Jagger, and he said that he never believed that he'd be an old man still singing Satisfaction.
He's still doing it, right?
Exactly, because that's the biggest hit.
And still doing his
Yeah.
his
Just still
dance.
moving like Jagger. No.
Dude, that dude is still rocking, dude. That's like a big rock star right there. Like
Oh
one of the
yeah.
biggest rock star, dude. Write songs about Mick Jagger, I've got the moves like Mick Jagger.
Jerry had a question too. He said, "Have you ever played? Have you ever played or been in the names for Native American Music Awards?"
Uh, no, but I did play music with Jonathan Joss, one of my buddies that recently passed away. I did native music with him. Jonathan Joss was the voice of John Redcorn for King of the Hill, and he had a band. Was it Mountain Fudge? There was, I forgot the name, whatever. But he did have a band in King of the Hill, and I would perform with them time to time. But that was one of the native, and it was native. It was native music. Yes, so I have done that. Correct.
Oh, that's cool. Nice, man. That's pretty cool.
And he did get a native. He did get he did get a Grammy in 2000. Was it 2010? For I think one of the songs he got a Grammy for, if I'm not mistaken, was "Blades of Grass," or it might have been "Still No Good."
Okay. Nice, man. That is pretty cool. That is actually really cool. And even Jerry said nice. And so, man.
Maybe me and Little Dog can do a recording, right? Maybe we can record some music together.
Oh yeah, that sounds good to me.
We put some ajo together and get it grinding it.
Now I play a little guitar. It's been years. I'm a bit rusty. I play a little guitar. I sing a little bit. I do
There you go.
karaoke, but I kind of got to be a little drunk whenever I do it in front of people.
Let's do it, brother.
I'm excellent in the shower though.
No, definitely.
I think that's where I feel most confident at. I might just have to be, if I go over there and I go in front of people, I just got to visual the shower.
Right? Like I'm in the shower doing my thing.
Jerry also said that he could songwrite too. And so now, have you had any other booking requests or put in any bookings for any let's say like any booking requests that from extras on Legacy or Marcus or anything coming up?
I'm chasing you right now, and you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if we can talk about it, but I'm chasing you right now. I'm right there. Hopefully, I get to be on set with you again.
Oh, are you talking about next week?
I'm talking. It's probably going to be the week after that if you go back.
Okay.
If you keep doing it, I want to keep participating in that also. I'm gonna have some downtime eventually during the weekdays. So hopefully we meet up, man. We have lunch together again, brother.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. And because I like to do these right here, but I also like to do the little 10-minute interviews as well too.
Yes.
Little kind of hit quick ones to kind of help promote the live as well as what I do is I'll tie it back into whenever I make this into a full on YouTube,
Yeah.
because right now this is on YouTube. Facebook deletes the lives after 30 days. And
Yeah.
so the main thing is to push to YouTube really, because that's where the videos stay for the longest, as well as the podcast part right here. Because now that I'm back in the game and I'm feeling better and I'm back to myself, I got to go back through and push all my videos into the podcast lists and do a lot more editing. I got a lot of on the spot interviews that I need to edit still, and it just took me a little while to get back to myself.
It's work, man.
And so let's talk a little bit about mindset, because being in music and acting, as well as even work in general, you got to have a certain mindset to keep moving forward, because everything attacks you and beats you down, right? How,
You
how, are, how do you, what are some of the tricks that you do for yourself to keep your mindset positive?
one of the things that I do tell my wife is like whenever things are building up and it's I haven't told her this in a while, but like just meditate. Just close your eyes and think, you know. Think of happy things, think of little things that make you happy, thinking of the kids, thinking of whatever it is, the first day of school, eating lunch with them in the cafeteria, just something positive, a great vibe that brings into your mindset. Uh, you have to tune into something, you can't let the overwhelming take over control. It's a disease, you got to stay away from that. People
Mhm.
get sick like that, you got to stay away from that. And it's easy to say, harder to do because a lot of people get overwhelmed on a daily basis. Could be
Yeah.
kids, could be work, it could be not working, it could be there's a lot of accumulation that can adapt, that can apply to that. But one thing you have to do is you and everybody says this, you have to think positive to make positive things happen. And I've always believed in that. I always try to do that. Think positive, positive mindset. If I have to close my eyes a few minutes, go to my backyard, chill out, and just forget a little bit and then come back. Sometimes you have to forget, you know, what's worrying you, and it's hard. But if you can do that and then come back to yourself and then get your mindset, come back together, dude, you're 10 times more powerful. You know, our human,
Nice.
our body, our soul is very powerful. We just got to take it in a positive perspective and spread it to others. It's like an oak tree. Go hug an oak tree. Go take that energy. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna love it. Get out there, hug it. You'll feel it, uh, and spread that to other people. People need to know about being positive. It's hard. These times are hard nowadays. What we're going through, what we're struggling through, inflation, not only inflation, jobs, layoffs, uh, gas prices. Things like that. Uh, we have to find a way to push through. Whether it's uh, like you and me, you work daily, you work regular hours, and we still pick up side gigs. We still pick up what we got to do. And it's hard
Mhm.
to be positive. Like I just got out of work and I got to take off to Irving, Texas. I got to be there in 4 hours, and I just got out of work, and time is a ticking. I don't stress it. I just take it calmly, relax, and apply what I have to apply.
Mhm.
It's got to be delivered. We have to deliver. Everybody has to deliver.
Yeah,
Because if you're not delivering, that's still going to that's going to put you in depression. Stay away from that. Like I said, that's a disease.
for sure. And well, I can't wait till we get to hang out and kick it. Eventually, I think that what would be cool is once I get everything going, because I still plan on moving forward with having a stage and doing a
Yeah,
full
man.
show. Having you guys come on, even bringing your band on board to close us out in a song. Eventually,
That would be
and
awesome.
maybe we can definitely record us jamming a little bit. We could show it. So I really appreciate you, man, and look forward to seeing you succeed even more.
Yes.
Tell people where they can find you on your social medias.
I have Instagram. You posted on your website. My Instagram's there. My Facebook is there. Other social media. That's about it. I have Instagram, Facebook, and I don't have Snap. I don't have nothing else like that. But that's about it. That's how I promote myself. What I got to do.
I feel yeah. Well, I appreciate you, man. You have a wonderful night, and you have a great day, man. It's been great seeing you, and I can't wait till you come up here. And this time, hit me up before you get here, before you come up here.
I'll probably see you before I have another show out there because, like I said, I'm following you. I got that, and I'm on it right now. In fact, I was looking at it earlier. Uh, Legacy rocks, dude. So let's see what happens, man. Hopefully, we'll have lunch again, like I said earlier.
Okay. And Jared said YouTube channels.
Uh, I don't have a YouTube channel yet, no, but I'm looking into that definitely.
And I'm gonna go ahead and put on mine, but my YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen so that way everybody can see it. That's actually my from my YouTube account right there because I'm on
Okay.
StreamYard right now, and so we're actually live streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and
Mm.
two different Facebooks because we have the Today's Entertainers with Little Dog Facebook, my personal Facebook, as well. Well, it's not my private Facebook. I have one of those, but I don't ever get on there. But I have my actor profile as well as the YouTube again that I do too. So, but you know what? Everybody, go ahead and give Robert a follow. Keep up with his career. Support his band that he's with, and be encouraging. And be eventually look out for something from me and Robert as well. We'll
Yes.
come on here as well and subscribe to the show. Okay. So thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you,
Thanks
Joe.
everybody who commented. Y'all are awesome, crowded. So I have a couple of final words that I would be doing to close out the show. But thank you, Robert. You have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you later, brother. All right.
Appreciate you, brother. It's always a pleasure talking to you. And like I said, I'm gonna be seeing you soon.
All
Peekaboo.
right. We'll talk a little bit more later. All right.
Amen, brother.
All right. Oh, one question before you go. Where can they find their music?
You can find it on the YouTube platforms, La Sombra, LASOMBRA, and then you can find it. The other band that I have is LOS Banger BANGER BROZ period. Los Banger Bros with the period BROZ.
Okay. All right, you guys. Go ahead and give them a follow, subscribe, check them out, and I appreciate all of you guys. All of your comments are definitely appreciated. And now we'll see you later, Robert.
Dude, it's been an honor, man. Looking forward to coming back. Thank y'all, everybody. I love y'all.
Oh, Robert is an awesome guy. And so with that, I like to thank everybody again for such a great show. It is always great to come back and still receive a lot of the love that I received before. Some of the things that we'll be making sure that later on we start doing headphones and different mics and all that, making sure that everything is charged up beforehand. Probably a big one right there. But I look forward to this. I really enjoy being back. I enjoy interacting with everyone, and keep an eye out for a lot more content, a lot more posts coming. I have little skits that I'm going to be doing, as well as some other skits that I'll be putting together. Like I did I spoke about the native comedy skit show. That is something that's going to be coming up, as well as I'm still writing it. I do have some great homage later. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you guys. Homage to the late Charlie Hill, who passed away a few years back. One of the first indigenous stand-up comedians who actually premiered on the Richard Pryor Show, of all things. So there's been a lot of his bits that's been used in movies and little bits in different movies for years that people don't really know, as well as he's had a lot of small bits that did I listen to? Oh, sorry. That that were a little overlooked. And so I'm going to be bringing some of those and putting some visuals to some of his comedy skits, as well as some of the ones that I've written myself and continue to write. Another person that's going to be a part of that is another gentleman that's been on the show as well, Daniel Adam Warrior. And he's been in acting. I mean, you may recognize him from the Yellowstone series where he played on one of the tribal councils. He was on the ground standing just about as tall as everybody else that was on stage. So give him a follow as well. Don't forget, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to be putting together a list of probably a couple of shorts and clips of do's and don'ts whenever you're on set, a couple of instructions, a couple of things to follow, even whenever you're on independent sets. It's always good to do that because you want to get involved back. You want to get invited back, my bad, as well as, be a little bit more helpful on independent sets because I've been on a few independent sets where it's unpaid. However, you are getting some screen time. Be respectful to the ones who are speaking. Be respectful to the director. Listen and follow directions. That's what it's there for. It's directing. Anyways, y'all have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you guys for welcoming me back on my first episode back in a few weeks. So, Martin. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great night, and I'm gonna cut the end credits a little bit short because I have not created a new end credit in a while. So, thank you guys. Though end credit is done by DJ Kane, one of the original Cumbia Kings. So, thank you guys.